Christ didn't come to save no oppressor. He didn't come to save no so-called Caucasians. He didn't come to do that. You know what Christ came to save? Blacks, Hispanics. Back up. Amen. Like this oppression that we under is the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of.
I.S.U.P.K.
Everything you've been taught in the Christian church is a lie. The Christian pastor don't want nothing but your money if you haven't figured that out yet. He don't want nothing but your money, and he won't teach you the Bible. He ain't gonna teach you the truth of the Bible, the truth of God's words. That brother Botham Jean, anybody know about that story about that brother Botham John down there in Dallas, Texas? Recently, the sister Atiana Jefferson in Dallas, Texas, that were murdered and slain in their own house. What the brother was bringing out earlier was so heavy. How in the world is it, if America is so free, if we so free, if the land of free and home of the brave, how do I get killed in my own goddamn house for eating ice cream and watching TV? How is the person that's supposed to protect my goddamn life kill me and slay me in cold blood? And then the devil had the nerve to go down there to court, and the judge, brother, the judge that presided over the court case hugged that oppressor's daughter that killed that brother Botham John Amber Geiger. And then the bailiff, did y'all see the bailiff rubbing her hands in that devil's head as if she was so sweet and so kind? I thought she was a murderer. I thought she just murdered somebody. Right. But we're gonna teach you today why you should not trust your enemies. Why the Most High God set a standard of separation between blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians and every other nation. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. If you haven't heard, according to the press, according to family reports, that brother that was killed, Botham John, he had relations with that devil that killed him, Amber Geiger. He had relations with her. God told blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, don't have sex with white women. Don't have sex with white men. Don't have sex with other nations other than your own. And we're going to read it in the Bible. You understand? God made sure that he made something for us, a constitution for us, for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to follow. So we won't get killed like Botham John, eating ice cream in our house. So we don't get killed in front of our 8-year-old nephew. I mean, good night. This oppressor and this devil we live under has no heart or compassion for black people. How you murder a sister in her own house? Her own house, in front of her 8-year-old nephew, in front of a little boy. And these are the people that Christ's supposed to come and save? That's a goddamn lie. What the brother was just bringing out was so heavy. Christ didn't come to save no oppressor. He didn't come to save no so-called Caucasians. He didn't come to do that. You know what Christ came to save? Blacks, Hispanics, back up. Like this oppression that we under is the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of. Got the nerve to come up here trying to attack us. We got it on camera. Trying to attack us after you murdered. God don't love everybody. May God bathe the blood of America in the blood of the oppressor. God damn the white man. Got the nerve to kill a woman in her house in front of her 8-year-old nephew. This is a little boy. What were you doing when you was 8-year-old, sis? What was you doing when you was 8-year-old? You was playing games. You was playing games, going out playing football. But this devil comes and kills, blows his sister away with his 9mm gun in front of her 8-year-old nephew, something he has to live the rest of his life under. Something he has to remember for the rest of his life. And Botham John, the brother in Dallas, Texas, not too far from the sister Atiana Jefferson, he was killed eating a bowl of ice cream with a woman who he had relationships with. And this is what God said. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shall thou make marriages with them.
You see why you shouldn't make marriages with the so-called white man, with the slave master? He come up here and oppress us. I thought we lived in a free country where we had the goddamn freedom of speech. But these devils are so goddamn entitled. These so-called slave masters and oppressors that blacks and Hispanics live under are so entitled that they can walk into your house and kill you in your sleep and kill you while you eat ice cream. May God bathe the streets of America in the blood of the so-called oppressor. May God bathe the streets of America in the blood of these devils that kill us in our sleep, that kill us in the peace of mind of our home. What did God say?
Neither shall thou make marriages with them.
The Bible, God told black men, don't have sex with no white woman. Don't have sex with the oppressor's daughter.
Right.
God told black women, don't have sex with the oppressor's son, because he will kill your son and say, I didn't do anything. He will lynch Emmett Till and 80 years later say, he didn't really whistle at me. These devils that we live under are despicable, man.
That's right.
These devils are despicable. I'm asking you, any black woman out here, how many of you, how many Asian women, I'm asking any Asian women, any white women, which one of you would stay in an abusive relationship with a man that busts you upside your head because it's fun? With a man that'll rape you because it's fun? With a man that'll knock your teeth out because it's fun? Well, listen, man, for 400 years, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we've been married to America. We washed your clothes, we cooked your food, we suckled your young, we picked your cotton, we gave you our sons and daughters, and you abuse us continually. May God bring death to America. May God kill and weaken every oppressor on the face of the earth. Because then black people will finally be able to get free. Then we will be able to get freedom and justice for Botham John. Then we will be able to get freedom and justice for the sister Atiana Jefferson, for Emmett Till, for Oscar Abrego, for Trayvon Martin, for Freddie Gray, for Andrew McCutcheon, for Laquan McDonald. God damn the white man. God damn America. May God bring justice to America. Keep reading.
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
God made it in order. The Most High God made it in order not to give your daughter or your son to the so-called oppressor's daughter. God said what?
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
This is an order, a commandment, an ordinance from the Most High God of the Bible. He said don't give your sons to this oppressor's daughter. I mean, how could that brother resist, right? Who could resist that blonde, disgusting hair and those disgusting blue eyes and that long Pinocchio-line nose? Who can resist? Well, guess what happened? You know what that blonde hair was responsible for and those blue eyes? That disgusting blonde hair was responsible for murdering a brother while he was eating a bowl of ice cream in his sleep. That blonde hair is responsible for starting the Iran-Contra scandal. Go look it up. These devils, these oppressors' daughters are responsible for starting and waging wars on other nations. These blonde hair and blue-eyed devils are responsible for every atrocity on the face of the earth. Like this oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. And we must separate from under his authority. We must separate from his kingdom or else we will be slain just like Botham John. Or else we're going to be slain like Atiana Jefferson in Norfolk, in Newport News. You think it ain't happening here? In Richmond, Virginia, they printing the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan, prints subscriptions and newspapers in Richmond, Virginia to recruit more members, to recruit good old salute the flag American boys. That's your country. This is your country, tis of thee. Botham John believed in America and now he's dead. Atiana Jefferson believed in America and now she's dead. Botham John's brother believes in America and he is responsible for killing his brother. He might as well be. He hugged the murderer that slain his brother in cold blood. Botham John's brother should be a disgrace and an outcast to the black community. How in the world are you gonna hug a woman who's responsible for killing your own goddamn brother? And then the brother had the nerve to say, can I please hug her? Please, please, I don't want her to go to jail. Can I please hug the woman that murdered my brother? That's Christianity.
That's right.
That's what Martin Luther King Jr. His dream was so that Botham Jean's brother could beg a judge. I don't want her to go to jail. I love her. Can I please hug her? Can I please hug her? Can I please hug the murderer of Emmett Till? Can I please hug the murderer of my brother Trayvon Martin? Can I please hug the murderer of all the other black and Hispanic men that's been slain like dogs in the streets? Can I please hug her? Can I please hug and comb that blonde hair and look into those blue, disgusting eyes? That's Christianity.
Right.
That's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Right.
That's Bishop Eddie Long.
Right.
That's Bishop T.D. Jakes. That's your Christian, disgusting, lying, wicked bastard of preachers that's in charge of the black community.
Right.
In the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, under Commander GEN.YAHANNA, you are guaranteed justice. You are guaranteed justice, black and Hispanic man, because we obey God. And the Bible said, do not marry into these other nations. And we don't allow our sons and daughters to marry into the nations of other heathens, because we obey God back here. We obey God in the I.S.U.P.K. under Commander GEN.YAHANNA. Keep reading.
Nor his daughter shall they take unto thy son.
The Bible said, don't give your daughter unto their son. Don't allow like Serena Williams. Those Williams sisters ought to be ashamed of themselves. How disgusting. You married a man that your father witnessed murder his people. How disgusting and how selfish could you be?
Right.
Your father raised that Williams sisters. Their fathers raised them so they can be independent from the so-called oppressor.
Right.
So they won't have to marry the so-called oppressor's sons. But you know what his daughter grew up and did? She married the devil. She married the so-called oppressor. She married the slave master's son. And guess what happened? Now that sister is cursed with blood clots in her lungs.
Right.
Now she couldn't win a master's to save her goddamn life. She couldn't go against no real competition. That devil Simona Halep beat the brakes off of Serena Williams,
right,
because she married the oppressor's son. She did and went against what God said to do. And when you go against what God said to do, you are going to be murdered eating a bowl of ice cream in your house. You are going to be murdered playing a video game with your 8-year-old nephew when you marry into these other nations. Keep going.
Verse 4, for they will turn away thy son from following me.
God said they will turn away your heart from following him. You're gonna want to celebrate Halloween. Listen, Halloween is coming up. Don't celebrate it if you're black and Hispanic.
Right.
Thanksgiving is shortly after. Don't celebrate it if you're black and Hispanic.
Right.
Christmas is after that. Do not celebrate it if you're a black or Hispanic or Native Indian.
Right.
You are going to be killed. Your sons and daughters are going to be killed. You better listen to me as sure as the day is long. God is going to punish blacks and Hispanics for not obeying his words. You see it every day. How many times we gonna stand in the streets asking for our oppressors justice? How many times you gonna go to the rapist and say, you raped me, could you please give me justice?
Right.
How many times you gonna go to Amber Geiger's nation and say, can you give me justice for what you just did to me? How silly could you be? That's Dr. King. That's Christianity. That's Islam. That's everything we love on the face of the earth,
right,
other than this Bible. You understand? We disrespect we love everything and disrespect the God of this Bible.
Right.
When God laid out ordinances for his people, he laid out a plan, a lifestyle for his people.
Right.
He chose us.
Trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues, call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good record. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how did you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword.